Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and honored Chicagoans, welcome to Mayor Brandon Johnson's Women's History Month celebration. Thank you, Adia, for that amazing performance. My name is Yumi Grigsby, and I'm the Chief of Policy. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome all of you to today's celebration on behalf of Mayor Brandon Johnson. The Mayor's policy vision is to build a better, stronger, safer future, a Chicago where all of our youth and our communities have the access to the tools and resources they need to thrive. Now, you can't talk about youth without talking about families, and you can't talk about families without talking about women. So as I look around this room, I'm grateful to all of you for supporting this vision. I would now like to welcome our MCs for the evening, Noreen Hashim Jawani, Director of Gender-Based Violence and Health, and Leslie Honore, CEO of Urban Gateways, and more importantly, a member of our Women's Advisory Council. Thank you.
To quote Beyonce, this ain't Texas. This is Illinois, the first state to ratify the 19th Amendment giving women the right to vote, where we believe in choice, autonomy, empowerment for all people who identify as women. And to quote our mayor, this is Chicago, the greatest city in the freaking world, right? That has given said world some of its greatest women, from Bessie Coleman to Jane Addams, to Ida B. Wells to Sandra Cisneros, from Margaret T. Burroughs to Oprah Winfrey, from Jane Byrne to Jackie Grimshaw, from Gwendolyn Brooks to Michelle Obama, from our Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton to our newest Commissioner of DCASE, Commissioner Clene Hetzbeth, and to our favorite First Lady, Stacey Johnson. In this Chicago soil, with water from Lake Michigan and the sunshine we wait all year to see, we grow change makers, storytellers, policymakers, equity warriors, and poets. In this rich garden of legacies, this is what we are celebrating tonight: the women who plant the seeds and empower the change for the generations coming behind us to harvest.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Noreen Hashim Jawani, and I'm the Director of Gender-Based Violence and Health Policy on the Mayor's Policy Team. Part of my role is seeing through some of the Mayor's key initiatives, including Treatment Not Trauma, our gender-based violence portfolio, our public health policy, which includes reproductive justice, and most importantly, working with incredible advocates around the city through our Advisory Council on Women, and others including the network, Apnagar, and our other gender-based violence organizations. As you may know, this evening's program was planned in partnership with the Advisory Council on Women, and it is with great pleasure that I introduce to you the 20 members of the City of Chicago's Advisory Council on Women. Some of these women are the fiercest leaders, advocates from a multitude of backgrounds, committed to advancing equity and empowerment for all women. If you are in this room, can I please ask you to give us a wave? I see you. And everyone please give it up for our Advisory Council.
At the Advisory Council, the work that we do is for all women. And so this poem is for those women. This is for the women with 9 to 5s and 7 to 3s and first shifts and graveyards, full times and part times, who often have more month left than money, but still make rent. With passports with no stamps, with vision boards of destinations they are saving to see, dreams they tuck away and pull out late at night or early in the morning when the babies are still asleep, and turn it over in their hands and shelve it again for safekeep. This is for the women without titles, without pensions, with some college and a whole lot of loans, with late-night classrooms and online studies, who run the world on grit and perseverance. This is for the women who are anything but ordinary, but the world often sees as regular. This is for the magicians who weave spells of hope for their children, putting their hopes on pause. This is for the over-the-counter beauty queens with wet and wild lips and Walgreen legs and suave-smelling hair. This is for the women who look in the mirror to see representations of themselves because they rarely see it elsewhere. For the hustlers with tired feet and tired backs, but spirits whispering, keep moving, we are almost there. For the women who know that liberation isn't in the clothes they wear or the shoes on their feet, but the dignity in their souls. This is for you, resourceful and resilient, moving mountains for your family. We see you stunning and strong. We see you brilliant and beautiful. We see you making a life out of thin air. Today is for you. An ordinary day, unmarked on the calendar, no decorations at Target, no songs to commemorate, just an ordinary day full of promise, full of purpose, full of possibilities, full of hope, full of magic, just like you. You who pushes on, you who doesn't give up, you who bends but does not break, this is for you. With the stars in your hair and sun on your lips and moonlight on your cheeks, this is for you. You are anything but regular. You are the universe. And without further ado, the mayor of the greatest city in the world, Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Wow, first of all, I am so upset. Why would you do that and then make me come up and speak behind that? Like, now I want to give a poem. I am Mayor Brandon Johnson, and I am a phenomenal black woman. Woo! It's my birthday tomorrow, y'all, so I might get a little extra tonight. So clearly, yes, an Aries. And clearly, my parents knew what they were doing when they decided to have me during Women's History Month. Let me first thank you all for being here today. It's truly a happy Women's History Month. It is. I'm really honored to be joined with all of you as we come together to celebrate the contributions and achievements of women. You know, from the earliest days, women have helped shape and grow our city and our country and our world. They've made incredible contributions and achieved greatness across diverse fields, including politics and science, and literature, activism, arts, business, just to name a few. And while we strive to celebrate and uplift women every day, Women's History Month presents us with a special opportunity to really honor and celebrate those who have come before us, the trailblazers that made this room possible. I would be remiss if I move forward without acknowledging a few people who I get a chance to work with. There are a couple of alders that I have witnessed in the room. We have Alder Mana Hoppenworth from the amazing 48th Ward. And then the 34th Ward Alderman, Bill Conway, snuck in here today. So it's good to see you both. I see Commissioner Monica Gordon is with me. Hey, Commissioner Gordon. And then, of course, I saw Cook County Commissioner as well, Donna Miller. Can you give them all a nice round of applause? And then, of course, I don't know if she left. Oh, no, she's still here. I'm so grateful that we have an amazing, amazing black woman who really is a trailblazer, and politics that we are expressing and experiencing may have started with Harriet Tubman. It continued with the state's attorney, Kim Foxx. Throughout history, women have stood on the front lines of some of our biggest fights. Suffrage, abolitionists, civil rights leaders, labor activists, advocates for numerous causes. Every single major moment in the world's history, a woman was there. Chicago is home to many of the notable women who have made indelible contributions in our past, such as Jane Byrne, Lori Lightfoot. Do you all know for the first time in the history of Chicago, a black executive transitioned power to another black executive? That has never happened, and it happened because we had a black woman as a mayor. But there's Ida B. Wells and Gwendolyn Brooks, and of course, so many others that have made tremendous contributions to this city. I'm grateful for trailblazers that have been expressed already, like our First Lady, Michelle Obama, Nicole Lee, the first Asian American to serve on council, Commissioner Annette Nance Holt, and countless women. Thank you, that's right. And countless women around Chicago that are breaking barriers around our city and throughout the world. I'm proud to have such strong women that represent my administration throughout the administration. I mentioned to someone the other day ago, they were kind of cutting up, and I said, if you don't get yourself together, I'm gonna replace you with a woman. And my photographer is much better today. Thank you, Terrence. No. It's my birthday tomorrow. Recently, we took our Women's History Month photo, and I was so proud and inspired to see so many women who are working to make our city truly a better place. And 55% of my administration leadership team is made up of women. 55%. And these hard-working, innovative, passionate women, brilliant women who work hard every day to move our city forward and to empower and to uplift all of our residents. And many of you all do this while raising families and working as caregivers and running households. As we come together to celebrate Women's History Month and the contributions of the past, it's also important to celebrate the achievements women are making today as we look towards the future. I know that I would not be here if it were not for a strong woman. And this city is grateful for what my mother poured into me. But one of the things that she made sure that I was absolutely clear about, there's 3 things to success that's coming from a woman. She said, you gotta smile, wear a really good girdle, and make sure you fall in love with your best friend. And that's Stacey Nicole Rencher Johnson, the First Lady of the City of Chicago. I'm trying to drop some bars tonight because it's my birthday tomorrow. Time again, we've witnessed the strength and spirit and power of women as they have advocated for themselves and others and supported important causes as they continue to fight for not just their rights, but everyone else's. And now more than ever, we must continue to support and advocate for and uplift women as we continue on these important fights, like reproductive rights and body autonomy, the ability to speak truth to power, and to do it the way you do it with so much grace. Please know that you have my full support and the full force of my administration as you carry along. By honoring these sacrifices and contributions, we can continue to move our city forward and create a better, stronger, safer Chicago for all. And let us continue to learn from one another, celebrate the success of women, embrace our shared history that defines the true soul of Chicago. Because it was a Black, Haitian, what we would call an immigrant, that fell in love with a Potawatomi woman and met at the river of the city. And that river is now expressing its love throughout the entire world. Let's continue to make sure that we define ourselves through not just where we've come from, but where we are going. That's why, in the spirit of this moment, DCASE established a Cultural Healing Grant Program, which uplifts organizations that celebrate and elevates our true cultural heritage. And so that is why I'm proud to present the Cultural Heritage Grant to Connections for Abused Women and Their Children. Connections for Abused Women and Their Children, or CAWC, is working to bring an end to domestic violence through self-help and survivor support and counseling, advocacy, shelter, and 24-hour hotline support. CAWC is also working to foster social change through education, through service collaboration, institutional advocacy, and the belief that all people have a right to live in a community that is violent-free. And so I offer my heartfelt congratulations to CAWC. And in closing, there are many forces that are still adjusting to a Black progressive man running the greatest freaking city in the world. And I know that's hard for people to make adjustments. All of a sudden, people have found their independence, and somehow the office of the mayor is too powerful. When you elevate women and Black and brown people, all of a sudden that's a threat. It's my birthday tomorrow, y'all. What I'm simply saying is that people have expressed over and over again their hopes and aspirations through the lens of a woman. And people ask me, Mayor Johnson, this job seems just so hard. Why is it so hard? Well, it turns out when you're trying to destroy and disrupt white supremacy, that is going to be a little hard work. So no, we have not eradicated that in 10 months. But one thing I know for sure, we've eradicated this belief that somehow women cannot lead. And under a Johnson administration, women will always be a priority in my administration, especially organizations that we continue to support like CAWC. And so please, a heartfelt congratulations. And without further ado, this organization that continues to do hard work, your efforts are wonderful. They're making a tremendous difference for the city of Chicago. So please, you all, welcome CAWC.
All right, before we close, I have the important job of saying some important thank yous. So first, we'd like to thank our corporate sponsors, Allstate, Amazon, Ferrera Candy Corporation, Globetrotters Engineering Corporation, McDonald's, People's Gas, Walgreens, I thanked them earlier in my poem, United Airlines, and Walmart. Thank you again to our wonderful mayor, and congratulations again to Connections for Abused Women and Their Children, who helped make this city special. A big shout out to Chef Nikisha Coleman from Catering by Kish for the food, Drinks on Me for the beverage service, Eris Brewery and Cider House and Koval Distillery and Black Girl Magic Wine for our drinks. These are all excellent women-owned, women businesses here in Chicago. We wouldn't have been able to do any of this without any of you. We look forward to working with you to celebrate all the hard work women in this city do every day, not just during the month of March. And now, let's welcome the Electric Five to the stage to kick off. The real reason we're here is to party. Thank you guys so much.